Young America Films presents a jaunty little song. I don't really know what this song is, but there it is. You know, da-da-da-da. Look at Mary just being such a show-off. Such a... Ooh, I can't stand her. Centron, bringing you show-off. No. So you gotta carry the two. Who's getting phone calls? Look at her shirt. What is that? Yeah, the wash I don't know how to read.
My name's Kay Reynolds.
Hi, Kay.
I know you and I go to different schools.
We do?
But I think we have the same kind of problem.
Okay, I've been out of school for over a decade now.
This year, our class is in a terrible fix.
Okay.
And I thought if I could tell you about it, maybe you could help us.
Well, I mean, sure, I'll give it a shot.
Well, let's see.
Uh-huh.
Why, we could start right here in this class.
Well, go ahead and start right here, sweetheart.
It was just about a month ago, and Miss Baldwin was reviewing us for a quiz.
It was a month ago, but she was wearing the exact same shirt.
Feudal system in Europe. Now you'll find this material on page 106 through 136. Jim,
Yes, Miss Baldwin?
put it down, please.
Put what down, Miss Baldwin?
Jim,
Put it down, boy. Don't make me come over there.
the next part of our quiz will deal with the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. First, we will review the... Jim!
Jim done had a stroke.
Miss Baldwin, this chair just suddenly collapsed with me.
Frank, help him up.
Oh, man. This chair is just evil, man.
This whole school is getting pretty dangerous, you know?
Oh, Jim.
We can't have any more of this. If you can't settle down and act your age, then I'll have to ask you to leave the room.
Well, Miss Baldwin, I haven't done anything. The chair just fell over with me.
I was just leaning back like a weirdo and then just kind of fell the hell over. You know, it happens.
Jim Brewster was like that. He
Was?
was really a pretty smart boy, I guess. But there was just something in him that made him always want to be the center of attention.
He was possessed by
I
Pazuzu.
suppose some of us did secretly admire him for doing the things he did and still staying out of trouble.
Must
even
be
though
like
he
Jim,
did interfere
must
with
be.
classwork. At first, what he did seemed amusing. But as time went on, well, let me tell you what happened next.
Jim became a real
was the
asshole.
time of year
He wasn't
for
really
junior
funny
class
anymore, as
play
much as he was just kind of a
Most of the
douche.
kids had been weeded out, and only the ones who were being considered for parts were there.
This is what the Hunger Games looked
Surprised
like
to
before
see
they
Jim
started writing
Brewster?
books about it.
Jim had talent, and for a while we thought Mrs. Jackson was going to give him the lead.
Why does he look so
Mrs.
pissed off about
Jackson
that?
directed the junior play, and she did it afternoons after school. On
Okay.
her own time.
Well, that's
Sometimes
nice of her, I
suspect
guess.
It tired her out.
All right, let's take the living room scene in Act 2. Marie, will you read the part of Lorna Dugan?
Lorna
Helen,
Dugan.
you read the part of Henry Carter.
Where are we supposed to start, Miss Jackson?
Well, you can start with Henry's speech there on the top of page 34.
Well, golly.
Lorna, it's all right with me if you see other men, but sometimes I think.
Henry, you know there's no one but you. The others are just faces. They don't mean a thing. Henry, do I really mean so much to you?
It's amazing how I know this is a
Am I
film, and yet at
supposed
the
to do
same
it,
time it
Sis,
feels
here?
like a school
Yes,
play.
go ahead.
You mean everything to me.
You do. I believe it.
Jim, you seem to think you can read this scene so well. Let's see you try it.
Yeah, Jim, you
Thanks, Harry.
tool. Come over here and do it
Marie, you'll
yourself.
Read the lines with Jim.
Hates Jim.
Look,
Hates him.
Lorna, it's all right with me if you see other men, but sometimes I think...
Henry, you know there's no one but you.
Jim, that'll be enough, Jim.
Jim, with your giant eyebrows, you knock that shit off right now.
Look, Lorna.
I don't think we'll go on with tryouts this afternoon.
You people are so unprofessional for high schoolers.
What do you know? Tryouts are over already.
Yeah, I ruined
Well,
everybody's
what did you
afternoon.
expect, funny boy.
Yeah, you prick.
Jim's wise guy behavior was beginning to wear a little thin with those of us who were exposed to it. Poor Mrs. Jackson, who already had a headache,
She
just
developed a
couldn't take
drinking
the one that Jim
problem.
was creating for her. And so, the class play got off to a poor start.
Class play. We
But
called it
enough wasn't
the
enough
class
for
play.
Jim. It seemed as though he just couldn't stop until he'd finally gotten us all in a bad light. I remember it was at a party at Martha Harvey's house.
Martha
And
had
they were
gotten a
just
hold of
starting
some
to
good
dress.
black tar heroin and invited us all over. We were gonna get fucking shitballs wasted.
I saw a guy do that.
Yeah, I saw a guy do that one time. I'm gonna put it on your head.
I bet you can't do it.
I bet I can.
You don't know me. I could do it myself over here.
Maybe I hadn't better.
I told you couldn't do it.
All right, I'll show you.
Well, use a can. Don't actually use a glass. You're gonna...
Hey, look out!
Exactly. Oh, her best glass. Nobody's laughing.
Not the end of the world. I'll buy you some more glasses, Miss Harvey. Like you getting clumsy or something?
You tripped me.
You tripped me, but that was not funny.
Glass and never will be able to replace it.
I'm sorry, Mother.
I don't know why you used your good crystal when you knew those young roughnecks were coming.
Oh, I wouldn't call them all roughnecks.
Well, a bunch of smart alecks then.
Dad.
I'm sure he could probably call them a lot more colorful things. It was the 50s, after all.
Didn't mean to break the glass.
Well, maybe not. But it makes you wonder about kids nowadays. In my day, when you were invited to a party, everybody was supposed to act like ladies and gentlemen.
Proof that older people have and forever will complain about the younger generation.
At first, it was just acting silly, when most of us really wanted to review for that quiz. And then the teachers began to think of us as that class.
We all got called a bunch of assholes by the faculty. I saw them write it on the girls' room wall.
Well, some of the parents began to wonder, too. But what happened later really cooked our goose.
Ah, the
It
triple
seems Jim
homicide.
had practically run out of new ideas for ways of calling attention to himself.
I mean,
in
I was
school.
joking, but now we're in this
And
really
so,
dark room. Maybe he
one
did
night,
actually kill
with the
somebody.
help of some of his friends, he hatched up this plan that was really daring, even for him.
We're just gonna steal this giant thing of twine. No one will ever know it was us. Yeah, come on, you mooks, let's go. Yeah, see? Come on, yeah. The film's so dark I don't know what's happening and there's no sound.
People were pretty surprised, all right, when they came to school the next day. Jim and his helpers had created a sensation.
What
The
does
big
that
sign
say?
was all you could see. And it was evident that someone was going to have a difficult and dangerous time getting it down. Some joke. Maybe some of the members of the
I mean, I don't know if it's a
class got
joke or
kicked
not.
out
I
of it.
can't read
But
it.
some of the other classes didn't think it was funny at all. They thought it was an eyesore on the whole school.
Oh, how could they put
Our
a simple
principal,
sign
I
up
guess
like
you
that?
know, was fit to be
No,
tied.
don't care for
But
it.
even worse was the way most of us in the class felt. That big sign, like a badge of dishonor for all the town to see.
Do people really
Yes,
care about
the
this kind of
word
thing?
really got around about the junior class.
Yeah, juniors?
And
Is that what it
that's
said?
what
Oh,
made
that's the
bad.
big deal?
The
Okay.
word that
okay.
got around wasn't a true picture of the junior class as a class at all. It left out the good things we did, the fine play we put on, the important things we learned. and
The
all
time we saved a
studying
bunch of
we
people in
did.
Cuba.
No, our reputation belonged to Jim Brewster and the little gang around him, who still thought he was pretty funny. After school
That's
that
why we're gonna
afternoon,
kill them, you see?
the
We're just
principal
gonna make
called
sure
the
that we get them all in
officers
one
of the junior
place,
class
and
into
you
a
surround the
meeting.
vehicle with automatic
Several of our
weapons, and
teachers
then
were
we'll be
there.
done in no time. No one will ever know it was us.
I'm afraid this class has put itself in a bad light. The stunt that was pulled last night has made it very embarrassing for the whole school.
They put
And
up a
for me
sign.
personally.
A sign! Can
I've
you
had
believe
several
it?
telephone calls from people who want to know what kind of a school we're running here.
Signs
Frankly,
on a
I'd
school.
like to know myself.
Unbelievable.
What we want to know is what's behind all this.
There's nothing behind it, Mr. Scott. It's just a bunch of smart alecks showing off.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of
There's nothing
assholes,
malicious
sir.
about it.
Do you know who the ringleader is?
Well, you know the rule. Snitches get
Do you,
stitches.
Kay?
So I really can't tell you, sir.
Yes, we know.
It doesn't take news like that very long to get around.
You could understand my problem, can't you? As far as the people outside of the school are concerned, I am responsible for what goes on here. When some members of the class do something to disgrace the class and the school, it's up to the other members of the class to do something about it.
I mean, I'm aware that I look like a movie villain, but I'm trying to... Whoa, God, that's a jacket.
Or do you really encourage them by thinking they're cute? Have you ever tried anything like ignoring them?
Do you think he's
Why
cute,
do you
son?
suppose
Do you
these
think he's a
people show
good-looking
off?
boy?
Don't they have enough to do?
Where are all these people
You asked
coming
what
from?
You could do. I think you class officers should get together and discuss this problem among yourselves and come up with your own suggestions. Then we'll meet here Wednesday afternoon and work this problem out together.
We'll assemble a guillotine, and we'll take care of the problem immediately. We're just gonna have to go find him, you know.
Well, that's where we stand now.
Okay.
In a few minutes, our junior class officers are going to meet with the faculty committee. If you were in our shoes, what would you do about the show-offs? What do you think?
I mean, you have access to flamethrowers, don't you? Oh, I guess that's the end of the film. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it.